American football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Bengals and the Texans coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Houston Texans. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest. You'll take...
For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
And in some ways, he's awfully fortunate to get another shot right here in these playoffs because he wasn't particularly sharp in the wild card victory. The ball ended up in the hands of the opponents a few too many times when he threw it. It goes without saying in this one, cannot give the ball away. If he does, the road's going to end right here for him and his team.
And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now a 2nd and 10. Right back to Brown. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Eluding the press. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Danielle Hunter with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. So on 4th down, Ryan Rico on to punt for the Bengals. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. So here come the Texans now for their first drive. They'll be led out by the former Gator, their rookie quarterback from Florida.
And now it gets real because as a rookie quarterback, all those accolades and great performances in the regular season, they essentially go right out the window. They get erased, and you have to start over. Played extremely well to get the team the #1 seed and the first-round bye. But this is where he proves himself as a quarterback in the NFL. In the playoffs, and can he win games?
Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd and 8. Here's Lee to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Ryan. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Over 100 catches in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch in these playoffs. Throwing here, Lee. A dump off to Lacey. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, and on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage.
It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Lee looks to throw. Being chased out left. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
Hadn't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
Lee. And a quick throw here, that's complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it second down. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Texans are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Well, we knew they had the crowd on their side. Their defense has already made a stop, and now here's an opening drive touchdown.
Yeah, how about the defense making the stop, offense feeling their momentum that they've generated, and turning it into points on their side. So now you've got a team working together, and you've got the crowd involved, fully on their side in this ball game.
And in this playoff atmosphere, that 12th man means even more. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in...
Oh, his first throw in his playoff matchup is intercepted. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Lee. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Now 2nd and 3. They'll pound it up the middle with Lacey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and run for it. Here's Lacey. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Well, they'll say no to the 46-yard field goal try. They're going to go for it. Here we go with Lacey. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. On play action, it's Lee. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. 2nd and 10. Up the middle, it's Lacey. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Back to throw, Lee. That is caught. And he doesn't quite make it. Taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here. Over 20 yards.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll try to pound it in with Lacey. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great effort there. with his second touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Texans are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now 14-0. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And the result, a Houston touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember, last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
An inside give, Brown. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. Burrow will throw. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Now 2nd and 5. They snapped that at 1. Now it's Burrow. That's caught. Andre Yoshivas. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Slot man moves right. They'll fake the jet sweep and go play action with Burrow. This one complete to Yoshivas. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a 1st and goal.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. And they go play action now. Burrow. This one hauled in by Sample. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? So, Charles, this a defense that hasn't made a lot of mistakes like this on the road to this playoff matchup, but that a bad one there.
Yeah, you definitely want to rattle and shake up the other quarterback.
Touchdown, Bengals! Chase Brown from 3 yards out. And the Bengals have got it back to within a score. Well, we know he has decent hands out of the backfield. That's the first time, Charles, they've targeted him in the passing game, and it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield, made the defense think run first before they swung him out of there. And you're right, with his hands, they might want to throw it to him just a little bit more.
Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And now out comes Houston. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be touched down. Here now, 2nd and 4.
At the 33-yard line.
A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football. And this offense on third down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They stay on the ground. This time it's Lacy. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
This goes out wide from Mixon. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it'll be 2nd down.
At the 40-yard line.
Inside handoff to Mixon. Oh, what a juke into space. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on 2nd.
The lessons will continue. But this rookie, he's got to learn how to read situations just a little bit better. That far behind the line, he's got to find a way to get rid of the football and not take the sack, whether it's with his legs or just throwing it away.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Back to throw. Lee. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. Charlie Jones deep for Cincinnati. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. Burrow on play action. And this is going to be incomplete.
That's well done defensively. They get the pressure they needed on 3rd down. All the receivers are locked up tight, and they force that quarterback to just throw it away.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Fielded at about the 28. Dancing away at the 35. That'll go as a punt of 42. 7 all to return. And the Texans will take over. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Lee. Out to the flat for Lacy. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play, a one-on-one matchup with someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw. Lee. He finds his man. Complete. That's Lloyd. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
At the Bengals 32-yard line.
mixing up the middle. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. They'll stay on the ground, mixing again. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Lacey. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
From the gun, a run for Lacey. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, here's Lee. His pass caught at the 4. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 4th down. Fairbairn able to put this one through. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. And they'll begin here with a run by Brown. And he'll get this to the 32.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Now it's Burrow. They'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 10. And the Bengals first down.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Open man is Yoshivas. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on Divisional Round Weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful Divisional Round Weekend. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. Now a 2nd and 2. To the air again, Burrow. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. 2nd and 6. Here we go. Now Burrow. The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. So it's on to halftime in this AFC Divisional Round matchup. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, but we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Texans going to take over here to start quarter number 3. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Sam Hubbard, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Here's Lee to throw. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Throwing here, Lee. Flushed out right. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. We've seen the pressure get to him several times in this game. There, though, we see him escape it.
And we've seen this rookie video before as well. That type of pressure, oftentimes, what do you resort to? Your legs, try and escape. What you hope is that this doesn't become habit for him, that he learns how to handle the pressure, still keep his eyes downfield, and make some throws.
Down inside the 10, and he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards, better than 20 here. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now they'll toss out right to Lacy. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. The slot man in motion right. Lacy will try again. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal. Lee looks to throw. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Texans take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
And this is a balancing act for a head coach with a rookie quarterback. You've got to walk a line with it. You don't want him getting happy feet, but you also don't want to rein in what worked for him in college. And here, he pulls it down, takes it himself, and takes it into the end zone.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Another run for Brown on second down. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. Another modest gain there on that one. And I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground with Lacey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
And his throw is going to be incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And that will be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. Jones on the return. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Cincinnati set to take over once again. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Texans are going to take over here up near the 40. I guess we're at the point of the game where they do need to open up the playbook a little bit, start to take some chances down the field, but that one did not go as planned.
Yeah, these guys need something good to go their way, and they took an opportunity to take that shot there, but obviously that's not going to help. A tough play for them as they're trying to make their way back.
For the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. They're able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7. Lee. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Delay of game, offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still third down.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Now Lee. And he is going to lose yardage here. So an unlucky number here, a loss of 13 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
The Texans send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals offense and Joe Burrow getting set for this next drive. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective.
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, it certainly feels like this defensive group has figured this guy out to the tune of a big lead in this one. And you know that he's frustrated with how this game has gone. And now with back-to-back interceptions, he's got to find a way to get out of his own head and start making better plays.
Houston set to take over. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Lacy. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Here now 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Lloyd. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Mixon with a first down carry. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Once again, they run with Mixon.
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 54 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Over the middle, complete. It's Ryan. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Bengals 8-yard line.
Back to throw, Lee. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And this group has suffered far too many self-inflicted wounds thus far as we run through some of the mistakes. It's darn near impossible to win in this league when you're turning the ball over at the frequency that they have. The Bengals drive about to get going. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. Tackled by the cornerback, Derek Stingley. Here's a 2nd and 5. And now we're going to get a delay of game. And that's going to back him up halfway.
Delay of game, offense.
They were already backed up. Now they're backed up further.
I think they were being so careful to make sure all assignments were covered that they ended up running themselves out of time.
Another run for Brown on 2nd down. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. They're passing here. Joe Burrow working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the 1st down at a 21-yard gain.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. Flush to his right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. Now a short one to Gesicki. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. That's complete to the tight end Sample. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
There's a reason inside linebackers are often captains of a defense. They call the signals. They have the opportunity to affect the game in coverage, against the run, and, of course, on blitzes. Living in the best of both worlds here. Already has an interception. Now he gets to record a sack, too.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Delay of game, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still second down. Here we go. Here we go.
Burrow will throw. Man open left side is Brown. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and forever. Here's Burrow. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
That's to his running back, complete. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground.
And he'll be taken down at about the 45. So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more. 56
yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Nixon will try the right side. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well, and they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill in for a loss.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the 1st down.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, that'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 9.
Again, it's Lacy. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Now a first down carry. It's Lacy. Yeah, this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. They try the left side with Lacy. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now.
6-yard gain brings up 3rd and goal.
Lee out of the gun. Buying time to his left. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this 4th quarter lead. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And the lead is now 24. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field.
Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Now it's Burrow. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Burrow picked off by a guy he won a title with at LSU, Derek Stingley.
And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here.
And it would appear that that first-round bye certainly helped. They've looked fresh from the start and no letdown here as they lead big in this divisional round, and they look to book a spot in the conference championship.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
69 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
And the Texans are moving on as we say so long, everybody.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaunt. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Houston.